sort of extraordinary that people would, devote their free time to, to a character that I'm lucky enough to play. It was like very nice. It was very sweet and lovely. Best fans.
First of all, congratulations on 5 wonderful seasons of Magnum P.I. When you came into the show, did you imagine you would still be doing the series 5 years later?
No, I honestly didn't even think we'd get picked up from the pilot. I don't know what, I just, you just never, you have to think, you have to believe that it won't get picked up because, one doesn't want to get one's hopes up. I mean, I didn't think I was ever going to see those guys ever again. So I was like, apparently deeply unfriendly. I took myself rather seriously. And for 3 weeks, I basically didn't talk to them. So I was like, this is just, we're never going to see each other again. And then here we are 5 years later. We're like family.
Well, kind of just looking back on everything, the show is full of twists. So many things so many different things happen throughout the run. But I'm curious what plot line you found the most surprising.
Definitely Katsumoto losing his job, going completely AWOL at the end of season 4. I mean, that was like great. Like I read that and I got really excited because I would always read the scripts as soon as they were sent out, and then the boys always just take ages a bit later. And I was like, Tim, please, can you read it? Please, can you read it so we can discuss? Took him like another week. I'm like, it's a really good storyline. Let's talk about it. That was probably the most sort of crazy, I think. Well, there are loads, to be honest. But anyway, that was a good one.
Speaking of good storylines, we also had Magnum and Higgins finally become a couple this season.
Yeah.
So after 5 years of tension and buildup, at what point when you were filming did you actually think, hey, these characters might wind up together?
I pretty much thought it from the beginning, to be honest. I was like, it just felt like that's where it would just naturally go. I mean, I think actually Eric Guggenheim, I feel like I've heard him say that it wasn't always the plan. Like there wasn't a plan, but it just sort of, it adapts, as you go. Obviously they're not writing season 5 at the beginning of season 1. I was pleased. It was really fun to play. It was really, it was just like it was like a great arc for both of the characters to kind of a sort of journey for them to go on, and it ends well, and I'm a romantic and I liked it.
Yeah, well, their relationship has become such a crucial aspect of the series. So what are your thoughts on getting to be a part of a plot that is so beloved by fans?
Oh, it's lovely. Oh, it's so nice. I mean, I've never been shipped before. In fact, I had never heard the term before. I remember it was the first time Jay said it. He shows me on Instagram. He goes, look, they're shipping us. And I was like, what does that mean? Like, what is that? He was like, oh, it's when the two characters, they predict the two characters will get together. And then there was fan pictures and cartoons and stuff with love hearts and things. And I was like, oh, well, they obviously know something we don't. It was really fun. I'm glad I've got to do that once in my career,
So did you get a chance to see kind of the fan reactions and then the edits and essentially?
Yeah, I mean, there are just so many. My friends back in England would be sending me things just like, oh my God, have you seen this? Or my mom was like, oh, there's a whole YouTube situation of it's all this really, really cute, little cut together things with music. And I mean, some really quite creative, lovely material, content that people have made, which is just nice. It's sort of extraordinary that people would devote their free time to a character that I'm lucky enough to play. It was very nice. It was very sweet and lovely. Best fans.
You guys got to do a crossover with Hawaii Five-0.
Yeah.
But is there another show that you wish you guys could have crossed over with during the series?
Ooh, I'm trying to think. I don't know. Quantum Leap would have been kind of cool.
That's a good one.
It would have been quite cool. He accidentally gets, turns up in Hawaii and he's because we did have one episode where there was a guy who'd lost his memory. Maybe that could have been the Quantum Leap guy, Raymond.
Yeah, Raymond Lee. Oh yeah, that would
Raymond. Yeah, because he actually, except he was on our show, but he wasn't. Yeah, he was playing someone else. Yeah, Quantum Leap would have been great.
Oh, that would have been so cool. Oh, for sure.
Right?
Well, looking back at your time as Juliet, what do you feel that you've learned from this character?
That you don't have to be smiley and friendly all the time. Like, people don't expect or don't think less of you if you're not like super friendly all the time. Like, she was quite a hard nut to crack, but it's sort of like, I think if you're worth cracking, then you can afford to be a little tough. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
I don't know if that made sense, but it does in my head.
Well, I did see that the season 5 finale wasn't originally planned to be a series finale, but do you think that fans will still get a sense of closure in the upcoming episodes?
I do, actually. I said the same to Eric. I think we've left it in really good state. I think the fans will be. It's bittersweet, I hope that they won't be too disappointed. That there's no more of that. I think they've tied it up beautifully.
Well, what is the number one thing that you are going to take away from your time on the series in these past 5 years?
A lot of very good friends, new sort of family members, really, because we were together so much on a tiny island. Surfing was a good one that I picked up. And also just like, I'll forever be thankful for just that, the huge amount of experience, just the hours on set, it was such an education. It was my first American job. So I was definitely thrown in at the deep end, but just wonderful, wonderful people, and to have delivered, to have been part of a show that people really, really loved. It's just been, a real honor.
I feel like this is always a hard question, but can you describe the last few episodes in just a few words? What words would you use?
I mean, God, did you see Zach's last night? It's quite action heavy, wasn't it? It's kind of amazing. I would say, sweet and fun, and a roller coaster.
All right. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see how the show closes out. But again, congratulations on your guys' run. Obviously, I'm a big fan of the show. I think you guys did an amazing job. And I can't wait to see how it all ends up.